Bears fan, we do want to bring over to the Salt Bay NBA as we always do. I want to finish with this. You know, we have talked about a lot of NBA players, and we will focus on the Clippers, but it's going to be predominantly the Kawhi watch. A lot of people are looking forward for the Los Angeles Clippers to become NBA champions, but it comes down to them staying healthy. Now, something alarming just occurred to me as I was watching yesterday's game. Kawhi Leonard's been on a tear. He's been averaging 30 points per game. He's showing like why he is a two-time Finals MVP. But something that needs to be paying attention to is what I continue to drive is that he's doing something he hasn't done in the past couple of years. He's playing in these back-to-backs, and he hasn't sat out any games. He's been staying pretty healthy. But in last night's game against the Dallas Mavericks in the fourth quarter, he ended up doing what he also did in the previous years. If you recall, I spoke about what he did when how he bumped Joe Ingles and he fell to the ground and later found out he tore his ACL. Now, this is also similar to what happened last night against the Dallas Mavericks. He goes and he bumps into Williams, and it appears that he almost had a similar injury. Now, it might have connected to the hip, but it's showing me that in that fourth quarter, when you're getting fatigued and you're playing a lot of games, is that your body's kind of slowing down. They're pushing Kawhi a little bit too hard, I feel. I think if he can set out a game and kind of rejuvenate and also clear out some neurological deficits, some neurological compensations he's having based off him playing so many games. His body is still not used to it, although he's doing well. The biggest thing and the biggest issue is that when he gets into those playoffs games, having to go game in and game out with limited rest, that's how these injuries occur.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Go ahead.
You are really good at predicting like an upcoming injury. What do you notice like in Kawhi Leonard's tendencies, like when he's on the court? Where do you know something's like off? What used to happen with Kawhi Leonard was that he would have a limp when he would just try to jog.
Looks like he's limping. Looks like he's limping. Looks like he's limping.
It's like it'd be very slight, but it's a limp, very different. And also with Kawhi Leonard, he's a very big competitor. So in games where his knee is bothering him and he catches you underneath the rim, he will still go dunk you. Like, he would put his body in harm's reach just to prove a point. And you will see he'll become visible. There will be a visible limp after he'll go dunk. So he's also having a hard time controlling his emotions in games where he's using that extra energy. Now, what I've noticed as well is that his jump shot will be a little bit more flat. Right now, it's coming off really well. It's coming off at the top of the basket, but it used to come off very flat when he'll have fatigued legs. It seems that he's doing a better job of keeping his mechanics in his arms, but when he gets the contact late in fourth quarters, that's when his body is kind of starting to slow down. And last night was the first time I saw it happen since the Joe Ingles injury. I'm hoping that it's something that's not a big deal, but it's something that needs to be addressed if the Clippers plan on winning a championship. You know, a lot of these teams are very competitive, but it comes down to health. You know, God forbid, you know, Lakers go down with LeBron or AD, their championship hopes go down the drain. Same thing for the Suns. Kevin Durant, they go down the drain. And for the Clippers, even if it was Paul George or Kawhi, as it has been in the past years, it goes down the drain. They need to step out of themselves to become more aware of these neurological compensations that lead to injuries. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's something I'm seeing. But he hasn't really had that much this year.
That's a great answer, because I know me as just an NBA player fan, we're usually ball watching, and you tend to watch past the basketball, just knowing tendencies and predicting, like I said, injuries.
I'm gonna show you guys the play. I want you guys to just pay attention to this right here. This is the play I'm talking about right here. As you can see, he's kind of bumping. He's trying to get that call, but as he's trying to get that call, his left hip kind of dips in and his knee doesn't. But if we go back and review the Joe Ingles foul, he bumped him and his knee tweaked, as I discussed in the previous podcast. These are the kind of plays that can lead to an injury for Kawhi Leonard. It's not him just shooting the ball, it's those bumps. It's that fatigue down the stretch. You know, you're trying to take contact, you're trying to go 100 miles per hour, but you're not a 100 miles per hour player at this time. Again, you're coming off an ACL, meniscus tear, quadriceps tear. You're not the same player that you have been in previous years. So it's just something that needs to be monitored and paid attention to, especially if the Clippers plan on getting our hopes up and down like the Chicago Bears have.
I don't really care about the Clippers. I love the Bears, so check in with Cheeze with the Clippers.
He a Bulls fan, so I don't know if that's better or worse. So we're gonna have to talk about them in another episode of the podcast.
I got a lot to say about that.
A lot to say. Well, I think that should be the conclusion. If you got anything else you wanna let the people know.
I mean, just stay tuned. Make sure if you disagree with anything we said in the episode, especially about the Bears, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, put in the comments. I know
mean, we got a lot of options. We could be wrong. We could be right. Just let us know how you feel.
Yeah, I know y'all got some opinions that may be different than my own, but if you disagree or agree, just put it in the comment section. Let us know if my thoughts are trash, if you like them. If not, it helps the channel. You can also help share them and subscribe. Okay, but on that note, this is the Treasure Treat Therapy Planters podcast. I'm joined with
your boy Jason.
And this is Master Cheeze, and we will continue to plant seeds today for future generations' success. Bloop. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let me see. Cleveland's playing. Cleveland's playing.
You brought up a side note and didn't even know what it is.
Yeah, because I had who the Bears were playing.
It's a great question. Who the hell is Cleveland?
They ain't showing?
No, I had to go to their schedule.
Cleveland playing. Not Pittsburgh. Not Baltimore.
They are playing
Rams.
The Texans.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. You just have to get used to this. Then please, everybody on the Feet Play this podcast with Master Cheeze.